Whoops.
I'm going to hang up the call too.
Yep. Just a few technical things we had to straighten out. We're live, and I'm on Facebook, and we're here to talk about natural health for a half hour. This is a free class in natural health, and I'm Dr. Berni, and thanks for joining us. And there will be more people to join in as we go along. A little bit about myself, if you don't know who I am and you're joining me for the first time. I studied in the UK. I studied homeopathic medicine many years ago. And where did that take me? That took me to where I am today. So I studied in 1994 or 92, I don't remember. It's been too many years to recall, and got my homeopathic degree and then my PhD in natural medicine in Hawaii. And so here I am practicing in Gilbert, Arizona. But actually, we practice globally. So we take patients from all over the world that hear about me or find me on Google under natural medicine or homeopathic, and or they find my website or they see me on YouTube. You can go to my YouTube channel, Health and Wellness with Dr. Berni Massari, Massari. So you can find a lot of videos on YouTube and a lot of things. So in my practice of homeopathic medicine, let me differentiate something right off the bat. When people want to go to someone, and I was discussing this with my partner not long ago, when people want to go to someone for natural medicine because they're not getting the answers they want from their medical doctors, they stay sick. Not that it's a bad thing to go to a medical doctor, and everybody has to have one. I mean, you have insurance, right? We don't cover insurance, but there's a trick to that we can get around. So people say, okay, I want to look for a natural medicine doctor, and the only thing they know is to go see a naturopath. Boy, that's really different from what we do. Naturopathic doctors are good, but they use the method of nutrients, vitamins, minerals, eating right, diet. They use, they could write prescriptions. I don't write prescriptions for medical medicine. Let your doctor do that. Let your MD do that, or your DO. So they go to a naturopath not knowing that we exist as homeopaths. And the difference is homeopathic people, doctors, we get our medicine derived of animal, vegetable, or mineral. So we take plants, we take the roots, we take the flowers, whatever, and we crush them and bring them to a liquid and mix them with preservatives, but they're all natural. And we make pills, or we made liquid drops to go under the tongue that connect with the energy of the brain, and the body comes to its defense and cures you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to say the word cure. I'm supposed to say make well. We got the FDA, right? We have to make them happy. So we don't say cure, but that's why I'm in business. So if I couldn't do that for someone, I'd go shine shoes or something on the corner. I'm in my position as a homeopath to make people well again, and I can do that. And my specialties over the years have grown to be in the area of Lyme disease, STDs, so things like herpes and HPV, which is a human papilloma virus. In case you don't know, it's warts. Okay, bodies have a gajillion different warts because lots of different warts exist. They all mean something different. So the HPV wart is actually detected in a blood test. That is predisposed to cancer. So if you don't cure that, guess what surprises you have down the line? If you have HPV, if you have been diagnosed with HPV, your doctor isn't going to cure you. What are they going to do? slap some antibiotics on you. I don't know. But they can't do what we do as homeopaths because they have not been trained in homeopathic medicine, and therefore they don't know our methods. So we could take a patient with Lyme disease, uh, and there are so many people out there with Lyme disease, and their doctors, now I'm going to use the word cure. They cannot cure you of Lyme disease because they give you antibiotics. Can you imagine an antibiotic trying to kill Lyme disease? Let me explain what that is real fast. I know I'm getting off the track and I'm bouncing from thing to thing, but maybe that's how you're going to pick and choose and learn a little bit here and a little bit there. Lyme disease, you contract that from a deer tick who bites you. And then when the deer tick bites you, they emit into your bloodstream a spirochete. It looks like a little curly Q. And that spirochete is called Borrelia burgdorferi. Let me show you something. This is what a spirochete looks like. This is actually a live protozoa. Okay, so that little guy, no matter how small or large it is, it gets into your bloodstream, and guess what it does? It starts reproducing. So um, it creates cocoons. They look like cocoons, and they get bigger and bigger, and they burst, and babies come out. Now you got all kind of spirochetes crawling around in your bloodstream, and they're doing all kind of weird things to your body, like taking your mind away and blurring your vision and rotting your gums and making you very lethargic. And some days when you get very advanced into the disease called Lyme disease, you can't get out of bed, and it's a crippling disease. It's I think it's even worse than um, other diseases that slowly kill you. Uh, so many of them out there, I can't even think. But so Lyme disease continues this devastating, debilitating action on you until you're finished. That's pretty much the way it is. You're finished. So if you've been bitten by a deer tick and you start getting symptoms of the flu and you think you have the flu and you go to the doctor and he gives you a medication and you go home and it gets worse, and then what happens? You go back to the doctor. And finally, one of these days at your doctor, he's going to say, let's do a blood test. And then he finds Lyme disease. And he says, well, you have Lyme disease. So guess what? I don't know. I can't cure you. What are you supposed to do? They'll give you an antibiotic. That's not going to work. Don't even bother because it's not going to work. I was taught how to take care of Lyme disease. It's so hard for me not to use the word cure. So bear with me. When you hear other words, you know what I'm talking about. I treat Lyme disease with Lyme disease. I treat on the premise of the cure is brought on using like with like. So you get the disease to cure the disease. But the medicine I give you, that's called Borrelia burgdorferi, which is the spirochete, is not the dangerous spirochete. It has no toxins. It's not live. It's just using the energy of the spirochete. And you put that under the tongue, and that energy registers with your brain, but your brain reads the energy as a spirochete, as Lyme disease, and it goes to its defense, and the body cures itself. And that's the only way to wipe out Lyme disease. And depending on how bad your situation is, will depend on how many months it'll take to cure you. Some people are in fourth stage, and it takes a good year or so. And some people cure within 3 months. But isn't it nice to know that, God forbid, if you have Lyme disease, there's a place you can go to get cured? That would be me. Okay. Same with everything else. So now let's talk briefly about uh, fibromyalgia. What the heck is fibromyalgia? It's a bunch of symptoms that a doctor threw in a hat and said, let's label this. just like they did with the flu, except they have different strains now that they're recognizing. So before you had a common cold, and then one day they called it the flu. Well, you have all these symptoms of feeling horrible, and you can't touch because you have pain, and you can't get up, and you're sick all the time, and you're weak, and start getting crippled, and your bones hurt, and all that. And so you go to the doctor, and he says, "Oh yeah, you have fibromyalgia." I don't know what he's going to give you for that. Probably another antibiotic. Well, that's not going to cure you either. So we don't cure, supposedly, we don't work with fibromyalgia. We work with your symptoms. We break them down. We peel the layers. We say, okay, you have bone pain? Let's give you something for that. You have rotting of your teeth? I'm going to give you something for that one. And we cover every single symptom that you have until you have no more symptoms. And then guess what happens? No more fibromyalgia. Ta-da. So what I'm trying to tell you is it can be worked out so you feel well again. And you don't have to worry about fibromyalgia, and you don't have to worry about Lyme disease, and you don't have to worry about a lot of things that you're struggling with. So now when you go to a naturopath, is he going to treat you the same way? No. Do they study homeopathy? Yeah, about this much work from homeopathy, this much of vitamins and minerals, this much of prescriptions, this much of eating right, this much of whatever else they do, and this much of homeopathy. So does that make them a homeopath? No. I like naturopaths. I like everybody in natural medicine. And I take my hat off to everyone in the field of natural medicine because they believe there is a better way to to getting rid of your symptoms and making you well again. That's the easiest way for me to explain it to you. So people in natural medicine, there's some flaky people out there. And so that's up to you to figure out. Let me check out this person. Let me check their background. Let me see what they have done. Uh, let's go to their website. Let's follow through it. Let's go to um, any kind of way you can check them out and find out how they are, how they do, how do they rank on Google. If that's the route you want to go, talk to people, research their names, um, go to there's got to be there's sites all over the internet to check out different different doctors, which is what you should be doing with your medical doctor. Don't just take him verbatim and figure, okay, he's my doctor, and I'm going to have him until I die, and you will have him until you die because you'll be dead. So be careful of prescriptions. Some of them will save your life by adding more time to your existence. Like if you're a heart patient, you have to take your heart medication. If you're a diabetic, you better take your medication. That's the only medication I believe in because you don't take your medication for diabetes or high blood pressure, you will die. So you have to be very careful, but you don't have to run to the doctor for a cold. You don't have to run to the doctor for your bones that hurt you. You don't have, the only time to run to the doctor is if you break a bone or you need surgery. Yeah, you got to do those things. Seek out other methods of healing, please. You have one life that you are aware of right now, right here and now, and that's this life that you're sharing with everyone, not just your family, the whole planet. Okay. So you want to do the best thing for your body so that you could live a long, productive life, right? So natural medicine allows you to live a longer, more healthy life because you're not destroying what's inside of you with drugs. Again, I'm not against prescription drugs, but if that's all you do is pop pills, guess what's going to happen? You're going to die because eventually, and I'm real outspoken, guys, so you have to learn this about me. I tell it like it is. If you don't like it, tune out. Eventually, drugs are going to destroy your liver, destroy your kidneys, uh, going to destroy everything inside of your body. Even though it's a heart medication and it keeps your heart pumping, it has effect on other organs of your body. So realize you can't pop pills left and right. When I worked in nursing homes, um, oh my gosh, I feel so sorry for those elderly people that are in there because the little nurse that would come around with the cart, not the crash cart, but they needed a crash cart, the medical medicine cart, um, would administer these little white cups of medicine, and maybe there'd be 5 or 15 or 20 pills in each little cup. And she'd stand there, hand it to the person because it's illegal to put it in their mouth. Let the person grab the little cup of medicine. You stand there and watch them put it in their mouth all at one time and swallow it. And then you can go on to the next patient who's going to kill themselves taking that medicine that way. So, even with your vitamins, don't take them all at one time. Separate them. With your medications, separate them for a few minutes. If you're at home and you got a medicine chest in front of you on your table because you're a patient, you're a cancer patient, you're a heart patient or kidney or whatever. You got all these medicines you have to take. Please don't take them all at once. Space them out. They're still going to get inside your body. They're still going to do what they have to do. But if you take them all at once, what is your brain that's regulating the entire body, all your systems? What's it going to say? Oh, wait a minute. What'd you just give me? What'd you give me? What'd you give me? Which one do I do first? I'm confused. And that's what happens. That's why you get a stomach ache after you take some medicines. That's why you get heart palpitations. That's why maybe you get a chill rush, a headache, fast headache, because you're taking your medicine the wrong way. I'm not an MD. I'm not going to tell you how to take your medicine. I'm just going to suggest you don't kill yourself taking them all at one time, including your vitamins. That's the first thing that's going to give you an upset stomach or stomach cramps. You take everything slowly. And when you're taking vitamins, please eat something first so you don't destroy your stomach. Our inner organs are very delicate organs. They're delicate. You can't you can't go and hit them like you would hit a ball with a bat. And that's what you're doing to yourself by eating wrong, eating the wrong foods, taking the wrong nutrients because you don't know any better. So you're going to all these health food stores and asking them. They didn't take crash courses in medicine or nutrients. They just got hired. So they're at the front desk and you're going to say, what's the best thing you have to detox my liver? Oh my God, don't ever do that. And they're going to say, here, buy this, $49.95. Go home and drink this 3 times a day and don't eat anything because you're going to detox your body. I should have had a V8. Do not do that. Do not go and buy detox stuff because it's all junk. The best thing and the best way to detox your body is simple lemon water. In the morning, that should be your first drink. Clear water, not junk from the tap that has cysts and all kind of yucky things crawling around that you can't see because it's microscopic. So clear water, go to the store and buy a bunch of lemons, squeeze a half a lemon in a glass, drink 8 ounces of cool water with lemon. Bam, you've just detoxed your liver. You detoxed your entire bloodstream. And it's the best thing for you. And that's how you should treat your body. You don't have to spend a lot of money on things from health food stores and all these nutrients and vitamins you don't know anything about. They'll sell you anything. They're open for business. So that's what they're going to do. Is homeopathic medicine expensive? Absolutely, yes, it is. I'm not going to lie. But guess what? What did I say? I'm not supposed to say the word cure. Okay, guess why it's pretty costly? Because we make you well. Why? Because we're saying, well, we have to sell this at a premium. Otherwise, we're not going to get you well. No, it's because I get all of my medicine from either London, Germany, France, Australia. I get my medicines from abroad. Why do I do that? Because when you live in the United States of America and we have Big Brother like the FDA regulating everything, Uh, they don't allow anything in the United States to be made to cure you. There's that word again. So therefore, I have to go somewhere where I can get the right medicine for the right problem you have. And and it's very expensive to have that medicine shipped here. It's very expensive for them being my manufacturers in the UK to manufacture these medicines. They don't just have it in stock. They make these things as you order them. And how do they make them? Animal, vegetable, or mineral. And when we do like with like cures, well, wellness, that's a good word, wellness. When we do like with like wellness, what we do is we we use sometimes organs from the pig. We used to use the cow, but ever since mad cow disease started, we can't do that anymore. So we're using the pig. Okay, so we're going to give you a remedy called lung, manufactured from lung tissue that was diseased. It's no longer diseased anymore. It's just the energy of what once was the lung tissue. Okay, so you're not getting lung tissue, get the energy of it, because that's how it works on your brain. I treat lung with lung, heart with heart. Uh, I treat kidney with kidney, and so when it comes to organs, we treat like with like, and it works every time. Now, if you have chronic pain, and a lot of you do, I have a remedy that's so phenomenal. Whether you have GERD, you have reflux pain, if you wake up in the middle of the night with it, if you have low back pain, if you have bone pain, if you have headaches, migraines are very, very big. Okay, very predominant lately. Well, you're all under stress. I have a medication that will take this pain out in a matter of seconds, and it's called Meserium. Forget about trying to find it, okay? Forget about going to the health food store and buying a homeopathic remedy. If I ever find you doing that, you're going to get a spanking because you don't supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that because they can't sell you anything that's professional enough to really help you get well. So it's like going to the health food store and getting some junk. Don't buy homeopathic medicine from a store like these natural grocers and stuff. I'm not going to use any names. You know who they are. Don't do it. Call me. I have the right stuff. I can always send you medicine in the mail. Right now we've got this COVID thing looming over us. So a lot of the doctors have decided to work with their patients over telemedicine. And I work with my patients over Zoom. So if you have a problem and you want to become a patient, that's a really good way to meet me face to face. In fact, if you go to my website, um, what is my website? gilbertnaturalmedicine.com. You'll see it says schedule a free 15-minute consultation. And then you'll get the link to join me because you can pick your time and day. It'll give you that choice. And then bang, we're on Zoom together. And you got me for 15 minutes and we could talk about your health problems. And if you would like a longer consultation, from that point on, we can take a case on you and I can find out what kind of medicines to send you. And then you contact, we're in touch every 2 weeks. Instead of coming to my office, you're coming to me on Zoom every 2 weeks and we're talking about how you're feeling. And I might want to readjust your medicine a little bit, take a little bit more of this, a little bit less of that. Anyway, I shoot for getting you well. And that's exactly what we do. We get you well. So if you need a good homeopath, I'm your girl. You don't have to look any further because I'm not going to suggest any other homeopaths to you because I don't, I believe in what I do. I trust me. So if I trust me and I've been in business since 1994, you have to trust me. Otherwise, what are you doing here? Okay. I don't know what else to tell you. We only have a few more minutes left. I want you to know that we have a 2-hour course and it's wonderful. And you can sign up for it on my website, gilbertnaturalmedicine.com. Go through the whole website, all the little topics at the top bar until you find the 2-hour course. I forget what heading it's under on my website. It's $197. You can pay right then and there on the website. It's 2 hours of fast track wellness. I'm going to teach you descriptive medicine, homeopathic therapeutics. I'm going to teach you how to recognize illnesses and disease. I'm going to show you the materia medica and how you can look in here and find every disease in the world and every remedy medicine for it. I call remedies medicine. I don't fool around. I call them medicines. I guess I'm not supposed to, but I do anyway. So until somebody stops me, no big deal. Okay, so that 2 hour course is going to teach you so much. At least it's going to give you an edge over illness because guess what we're facing now? Not only are we still in the COVID, you know, looming over us, we're approaching flu season. Oh my gosh, now you're not going to know what flu you have. So there's going to be such a rush of illness because people are not going to know whether they have the regular flu or COVID, and doctors are going to go crazy this flu season. So I'm praying that we don't get hit that hard. But every year we have a different strain of flu. And lately it's like no matter what they do, they can't stay on top of each different strain. But I have a medication that's a vaccine against all flu and all cold. You won't even catch a cold. I had a nurse taking this for several years. She wasn't sick at all. No cold, no flu, no nothing. I have that medication and it's very inexpensive. So, yes, homeopathy, if you're going for the first time and you're getting a whole bunch of medicines, can be kind of costly. You'll still be able to afford it. I have payment deals for everything. I have wonderful payment plans that don't be afraid of seeing me because I can put you on a payment plan that's real easy, a monthly payment plan, and you can get all the medicine and everything your little heart desires to make you well again. So when you are thinking of, I know I'm jumping around when I'm losing my train of thought, it's late. When you are thinking of a homeopath and you come to me, and the homeopathy is expensive in the beginning, it's not as you go along because we start weaning you off of it as fast as we can, especially with hormones. You don't have to take hormones for the rest of your life. With homeopathy, you take what you need because I have a saliva test for a hormone, and I have a wonderful urine test for neurotransmitters in the brain. We'll talk about that on our 2 hour course. You're going to learn a lot through that. Sign up, please. It's so important that you know how to handle yourself and your family in this flu season coming. You're going to want an edge over everything. You don't want to have to run to the doctor. You can take care of yourself if you learn what I have to teach you. It's very easy. And so after a while, if you're taking hormones, if you're taking a prescription, you're going to take them for the rest of your life. You can forget it. Your doctor's going to lose what she gave you. She's going to lose it. And she's going to keep giving it to you for years and years, and it's not going to work. You're still going to have hot flashes, and your hormones going to be dripping all over your seat. And so hormones homeopathically are something you don't take the rest of your life. You take them until you start feeling better. And then I start weaning you off real slow until you only have to take them when you think your body needs them. Maybe once a month, maybe once every 6 months. Isn't that nice to know? So we treat hormones that way. Everything we do is easy for you, easy to understand, uh, easy peasy. It's just that simple. That's what I'm here for. We have a very large course that we give a diploma. So you could treat others with homeopathic medicine. You could become a homeopath according to your state regulations. Go to, write this down, Arizona Academy for Natural Health.com. That's my school. That's my academy. And I teach this wonderful course that you could take at your own leisure and you could pay in payments. It's very easy. It's no big deal. It's not going to kill you. Not going to take all your money. Not going to lose your house or your underwear. You can take this course very easily, but sign up for the 2 hour course, $197. The 4 module month course is, you'll find that eventually we're getting it together. We're putting it up on my website, gilbertnaturalmedicine.com. There's so many things I have to offer you. All of my testing, I have tests I can send you in the mail. You take the test in the privacy of your own home. It's all contained. You mail it back to the lab. The lab sends me the results. I give it to you. We even have COVID tests. So if you want to get tested for COVID, call me. You can use your insurance. It'll cover it. See, it's just that simple. Okay, I think our time is up. We have 1 minute left. I want to thank you for joining me. Thank you for all these wonderful little things you're sending me, these little messages. Loved your presentation. You're the best. Da, da, da. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. And we will be back again because I'm going to do another one of these freebies. Catch me on YouTube one more time. Health and Wellness with Dr. Berni Masseri.com. No, Health and Wellness with Dr. Berni Masseri. That's my YouTube channel. Go there and find my YouTubes. And if you want to be on my mailing list, go to gilbertnaturalmedicine.com, sign up, send me your, my phone number is 480-703-0151. Use that number in case you need me. I'm always here. In case you need a medical answer to something, if I can answer it, I will. Until we meet again, it's 30 minutes and we're done. See ya. See you next time. If you want to come in on the next one, let me know. You can catch me on Facebook.